You're listening to the CKUA Radio Network. My name is Grant Stovel, and I'm a huge fan of the Montreal band Plants and Animals, and it brings me great joy to be able to welcome them to CKUA Radio. They're live right here in CKUA's LP library, and just about to take us on a musical ride. Fellas, welcome to the station.
Howdy, Alberta.
Howdy. And so what have you guys got for us first off here?
We're going to play a song called No Worries Is Gonna Find Us.
All right, this is something from the new album Waltzed from the Rumbling, Plants and Animals on CKUA.
She's walking out on you. Look at her eyes, look at her eyes, look at her eyes, look at her eyes. You turn around, she's walking out on you. Look at her eyes, look at her eyes, look at her eyes, look at her eyes. And I have spent all of my days in life waiting for the time to come alive. No worries, no worries, no worries gonna find us. No worries gonna be the boss of my mind. No worries, no worries, no worries gonna find us. No worries gonna be the boss of my mind. No worries, no worries, no worries, no worries, no worries are gonna find us. No worries gonna be the boss of my mind. No worries, no worries, no worries gonna find us. No worries gonna be the boss of my mind. I have spent all of my days in life waiting for the time to come alive. Your heart get washed away. Don't let your heart get washed away. Don't let your heart get washed away. Don't let your heart get washed away. No worries gonna find us. No worries gonna find us. No worries gonna find us. No worries gonna find us.
Wow, what a thrill. Plants and Animals here at CKUA's LP library. Man, that sounds fantastic. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for being
you.
here.
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
our mariachi version.
Yeah, I love it. It's a band where you guys are all multi-instrumentalists, and I don't know if you frequently get a chance to scale down to this size, but like that's a pretty scaled down drum kit, for instance, that Matthew Woodley's
yeah.
playing over there.
Yeah.
I like your style, Woody. That nice snare drum stand, by the way.
Thank you.
Your
That's
lap.
my leg for the radio audience.
And the guy over here that's often identified just as the bass player, but he plays a bunch of instruments. Nick Bask over here playing the.
Let's set the record straight right now.
Yeah.
Nick Bask is not a bass player.
No, I play guitar. That's my main instrument is guitar. I don't know why. I think everywhere it says I play
Somewhere
bass, but
along the line in
something got lost.
an
somewhere.
interview, somebody misquoted somebody, and Nick became a bass player.
Yeah.
which
I think
is-
it's
I
the
also
power trio
became-
mold.
Yeah.
They assume there's a guitar and a
Right.
drummer and a bass.
They
and
know that Warren's kind of like the front man,
Right.
therefore Nick has to be the
so
bass
Nick's-
player because he's not the
be a bass
drummer.
Nick's on the four strings.
I also got quote once as being the lead singer.
yeah.
Well,
It's a crazy world out
People
there.
are
It certainly
they're just
is.
confused. They just don't know. It's like a child walking into a room in the middle of conversation.
speaking of which, we're in conversation with Warren, Woody, and Nick from Plants and Animals from Montreal, and they just played a song from their fantastic new record, Waltzed In From the Rumbling. And I'm so delighted by this record, I mean, on its own merits, but also been a fan of the band for a long time. And I'm sure like several people out there that have been with you guys for a while, the last record came out, it seems like an eternity ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. And it was also called The End of That. And also the cover of it was very reminiscent of the band's The Last Waltz. So if you put all those clues together, one might have thought, man, has this band hung it up? But no, you guys just kind of took a bit of a break. What did you do while you were preparing to release this new record?
Well, I think we hung it up temporarily.
Did you really?
Yeah, we took our bathrobe and put it in the closet and closed the closet and door. That's we just needed to take a break. We
Whose
needed to
bathrobe?
your bathrobe.
The one with my initials on it.
The
Yeah, that
gold
one.
embroidery. Yeah. We needed to take a break to sort of replenish our well of creativity and stuff. We've been doing the rounds for a long time, putting out a record every couple of years and touring it and so on and so forth. And this time we just sort of holed up at home and did things the slow way, which paid off in the end.
We took a break from the touring scene, but we continue working on songs and working on this record, which took about 3 years to do on and off. Like we didn't work 3 years nonstop, but we took time to work to find what were our strengths and how we wanted to create in the studio. What was the good way for us to work? So that's basically what we did, I think, for 3 years.
Well, it's quite a contrast with the previous album, which was made like
In 2
in
weeks.
France, right? Like on probably a pretty tight timeline. I
Yeah,
would
way
imagine.
too tight. Yeah, we painted ourselves into a corner pretty hard on that record. I think part of taking a break was maybe a bit of a reaction to that experience also, and just trying to give ourselves some freedom to not have to abide by any major deadlines or like serious plans as to how the record's going to go. That's the problem when you. I mean, it's not always a problem, but it can be when you try to say before making an album or a piece of art or whatever, you say this is what we're going to do, and we're going to make a list of things to get there, and then you go through it, and by the time you're done, if you don't achieve what you set out to do, then you kind of, I don't know, it kind of sucks. So we didn't have a list, we didn't have a plan, we just took a break from everything and started working on music, but we didn't work on a record it wasn't like working on an album, it was just working. That's what we did. And then we eventually had to make a record by choosing the songs and the music that we wanted to include on it, but ultimately it was more just a big long process of work.
Well, it's interesting because if to me, it sounds like a really unified album. It's surprising to me that you put the record together, like, in such an organic kind of see where it takes you kind of a way. Are you guys at all surprised by, the way the vibe of the record, the way it wound up? Like, to me, it has this beautiful and yet, really wistful quality to it. When you guys listen back, you're a little kind of surprised, like, well, so that's where we were all this time.
I think we work towards that also. Like I don't think it's that surprising because we worked so much on it and we became aware of like some songs lasted with us for 3 years and we reworked them, deconstruct them, reconstruct them. So I think like that was our plan, was to work towards something we were going to be really happy with, and that was really like the goal was always to go for the emotion with a song more than go for the perfect take or the great idea or something like that. So I think I don't find it that surprising.
Yeah, no, I think we worked hard to include music on it that we felt really connected to emotionally and dare I say it, like spiritually in a way. Like it's a kind of a deep record for us, and that's where we were working on it. It was like it's like a kind of a healing process going on making that album, and then we had enough time to like really live with the music once it was done, so we didn't like when I put on the record I know exactly what I'm getting, whereas in the past I think we've made other albums where everything's gone so quickly that by the time you get to the end you're not even sure exactly what's happened, and then a year later after playing the songs 100 million times out on the road you kind of realize like, oh man, like that's not exactly what I thought we did or what I intended to do, whereas this album it's so clear. Like we really just had the space and time to do exactly what it is that we wanted to do, and every time I hear it back now, it still just reconfirms. It's kind of like, oh phew, like I'm still like that record is real. That's a real feeling that's going to last for our whole life.
It really is a beautiful and vulnerable sound, like it's so tender, there's just so much feeling in it. And of course, taking some time to reconnect and, unplug from the whole grand music business machine and reestablish your roots. In fact, you guys even created more roots, right? Because there are now 3 fathers in the room with me right now, right? Mm-hmm. You guys all are all enjoying the dad experience, I hope?
Yeah, totally. We're totally enjoying the dad experience. The dad experience happened to us while we were working on the record, and I think that part of the tenderness and spirituality that Warren was alluding to there came from that, came from becoming, fathers
and just having very little sleep and just being very raw. We were just raw making that record.
Well, I guess being on the road replicates that experience to some extent, I'm sure. And
in a different way.
I'm not sure.
In a much more superficial, like dumb way.
Yeah, it's a different kind of rawness.
Yeah.
Must be interesting being up. This is like your first big tour. You guys have traveled the world already since the album came out. First big tour since you became fathers. Must be kind of weird being on the road and kind of thinking about those little ones back home, hey?
Yeah, we miss him. I mean, Nick's been at it for a while.
Yeah,
Nick's been a father since before.
I'm a professional dad. So
so we turn to him for guidance.
I find it extremely tender to see them go through the process of tour, and I can console them when they feel sad and tell them it's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right.
We're basically children. Nick is the only full-fledged father adult figure here.
Spilling over
bass player,
children,
fake bass player, and father.
Children everywhere.
Professional father.
How many children do you have, Nick?
I think I'm up to 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And the day is young.
Yes.
He could have another one by the end of the day.
Not in this room.
So that's Nick Bask not playing the bass. He's playing the 12-string acoustic and keys. On snare drum, Woody, Matthew Woodley, and that's Warren Spicer on acoustic 6-string vocals. And fellas, what are you going to play for us next if we have time for one more song?
We're going to play Flowers.
Flowers, another standout from the new album. Waltzed in from the Rumbling, and the band once again from Montreal is Plants and Animals, live in CKUA's LP library.
if you couldn't get across, oh, your point was well expected. And if I could hold your hands, oh, there'd be nothing to wonder about. And if I could have your love, then there'd be no one to talk about. And we'll all be together, or we'll never be together again. And we'll all be together, or we'll never be together again.
Arriba.
Thank you.
All right, Plants and Animals. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Right on. Thank you
All
so
right.
much for supporting us.
Any old time. Please don't be strangers.
Yeah, we'll be
All right.
back.
The new album is Waltzed In from the Rumbling. That's Plants and Animals. That's CKUA.